Oh, hey guys, welcome to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy, Thursday morning slash afternoon when you see this. It's actually Wednesday evening that I'm recording this. I hope you're well. I hope the Wednesday treated you well, but obviously I hope the Thursday is going to treat you even better. In this video, we are talking about the Cristian Romero report surrounding his release clause. We're going to talk about Jacob Ramsey as well, and something that I guess we've talked about quite a bit over the time that I've been doing this channel is Jacob Ramsey. I'm hoping he's not turning into another Conor Gallagher situation. If you know, you know. Just want to say, if you're watching this and you know, subscribe. You're very much welcome to join us on the journey. And thanks for all the support on this channel as well as the second channel, surrounding the Ultimate Team, the F1, the career mode on this channel, but the other two on the second channel. Thank you all so much for the support. It's quite fun. It's quite fun playing games. It's all right, isn't it? But let's talk the Cristian Romero situation. So look, quick backstory before we jump into the news. We talked about Cristian Romero and Real Madrid having interest in him this summer. That's just been, right? They inquired, Spurs laughed it off and said he's not for sale, right? Obviously, every player has a price, but you get what I mean. Real Madrid weren't going to spend the money that Spurs would want to sell because they spent so much money on Kylian Mbappe. But Andy, he was on a free. Trust me, that player was not free. He was anything but free. That was the backstory on this situation, and it's been quite widely reported that Real Madrid are looking at centre backs next summer. And Saliba's mentioned at Arsenal, Romero's mentioned as well. Mickey van der Ven's been mentioned. They really are twerking for some Spurs players. So I actually saw it through Spurs Army on Twitter, actually, and they put out that TNT Sports Argentina reporting that Tottenham's Cristian Romero has a 65 million release clause. It's in euros as well, so it's about 60 million pounds, which obviously we could all sense that wasn't going to be true. But then on top of that, obviously, the key thing here is we only bought him for about 50. So the fact he's only 60 million pounds really isn't very good business. But calm down, breathe. Yes, you. Breathe. Fabrizio has cleared this up. He said there is no 65 million euro release clause in Cristian Romero's contract at Spurs, despite reports from Argentina. Spurs consider him untouchable last summer, despite interest from top clubs. And it's the thing. It's someone is more than welcome to come and buy him, but if you're going to come and get him, you got to be spending serious money. He's not some 70, 80 million pound signing. Because if you think about it, Van Dijk and Maguire were signed how many years ago now? 6 years ago? 5-6 years ago? 75, 85 million pounds. Well, inflation's a normal thing. And when you have another centre-back who... Romero was miles better than Maguire at that point. But, English tax and all, it gets thrown in. Romero is going to be 100 million plus. Saliba will be 100 million plus. Both of them will be 100 million plus because that's just going to be the going rate. Now, obviously, Saliba has a few more years on him in terms of youth, but Romero's coming into his prime. You're going to have him. You're going to have him for a good 6, maybe even 7 years of quality. So he's going to cost about 100 million, and obviously Real Madrid will probably try and tap him up for about 20 million. But it'll be 100 million plus. It really will be. So the key thing with this situation is Spurs obviously this year are going to have to do something performance-wise that will make him think maybe Real Madrid isn't the move for me. Because if they don't, you'd have to sit there and say, well, then he's going to look at Real Madrid as a move where he goes, actually, I'm going to win stuff. I'm going to get good money. I'm going to play in a nice city, in a nice country, a nice warmer climate. We've got to be careful with this one. Now, obviously, the emergence of players like Ashley Phillips and Vuskovic really is something to keep an eye on, though. If Dragusin continues to develop, and I think Dragusin's a really good player, by the way, I really, really do. If one of those two really develops, and Vuskovic looks like that guy at the moment, he's a goal-scoring threat, he's great in the air, he's fairly athletic. I didn't think he was athletic as he was, but actually he's more athletic than I realised. Spurs might look at it and go, actually, we might cash in on Romero. He's got 2 years left in his contract by that point. Might cash in on Romero, take that money, and we're going to get another couple of players to build out the squad more. Maybe that's what they do. It isn't the worst idea, but it's not the idea that I hope they go for. I've always said build the team around him. when you have world-class players, you build a team around them. That's how I always view it. Come over to Jacob Ramsey Flavour News. Team Talk putting out saying that it's a battle between Arsenal and Spurs for Jacob Ramsey. Now, for me, I don't really see much in this. I don't. I like what I see from him, and ever since sort of really been linked to him, I've been trying to pay a bit more attention. It's the same with other players, by the way. It's not just Jacob Ramsey. When we get linked to a player, I try and pay just that little bit more attention to when they are playing. So, when Jacob Ramsey is playing, it's not just, oh, look, he scored. Oh, look, he assisted. It's what else do you do in that time? And I don't mind the move. I think, oh, look, he would absolutely suit Ange, by the way. He's another player that would suit Ange to an absolute T. Obviously, being homegrown, that's another key thing into this, that you can sort of tick another box off as well, which is nice. And he's not one of those, I think, I'm going to be honest, he's not one of those homegrown players that you're just ticking off for the sake of the fact that you have to do a tick box exercise. I genuinely look at him and go, no, he would actually be good for us. He'd be good at Villa, and I think, I think he stays at Villa. Absolutely think he stays at Villa. I don't for a second see him moving. He's going to cost, 45, 50 million pounds probably, especially because we were trying to put Giovanni Celso in that deal. Gio's obviously gone. The price is obviously going to go up because of that. So I don't see us being in this market whatsoever. I'm keen to know what you guys think in this. Maybe you think we are, and maybe I'm wrong, but I don't foresee it for me personally. But anyway, it's the end of the video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Obviously, drop a like on the video if you could already. Hit me in the comment section down below your thoughts, feelings about Romero leaving, potentially staying. Obviously, Jacob Ramsey leaving for Spurs or Arsenal, or staying. Obviously, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit the bell notification for more. But anyway, guys, end of the video. I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys.